Got some more punch list work to do on this house today. I'll just kind of take you through what I'm gonna do. Just for this is just another repair addendum for our realtor. But I've got to put a vapor barrier to start out with under this house, and it's never fun putting vapor barrier down. But I looked and couldn't find the crawl space door, and then I noticed this door, and I was like, no way that goes under the house. Look who that is. But anyway, this is the door to the crawl space, and nobody likes working in crawl spaces, but man, that's awesome. My daggone screened door. So just telling you how much room I've got in here. I'm 6'3", and you can see I've got that much room. Now it does get deeper under there, but anyway, that's what I'm gonna start out with. Putting some vapor barrier down. That's what I'll be using. 6 mil vapor barrier. I like to get the black. I don't know, they got clear and they got black. I always get the black. It's 2,000 square feet. This was about, I think it was 90 bucks at Lowe's. And that'll get, there is some vapor barrier here, but on back in there, there's not any. So I'll roll this out, cut it out around the columns, and hopefully this won't take me maybe a couple hours, maybe less, and then I'll just kind of show you the other things I've got to do. I got to get some wires stapled up underneath here. I've got to get some water leaks fixed in the house, just faucet leaks. Several little punch list jobs like that. Nothing too technical, just got to get it done and get out of here. But just another day in the life of a handyman. Okay, I finally got the vapor barrier in. Took me a couple hours. I'm in the back part of the house where it's a little bit tight, but it still isn't bad. I've been in much worse than this. I mean, I hadn't done but 3 or 4 of these, but still, this one's been okay. I done one time. I had a dead possum or raccoon, something, been in there for a long time. I had about 2 inches of some kind of fuzz growing on it. It's pretty nasty, but all in all, this wasn't that bad. All right, but next on the list is this wire, the repair addendum. It comes wires up in there, just done up like that. I guess there's wire nuts under there, and I actually did that just to get it out of my way, and then it runs outside. But I mean, it's isn't a big deal, but the inspector dinged them on it, so I'm gonna get the wires in this box and mount it up in here on this rafter. I've got a cover for the box, and get that all done up. That'll be next on my list. All right, easy peasy. I just mounted that junction box on the rack or the floor joist. Got the wires made up inside of it. Put a couple staples in my Romex, and it's all buttoned up. So I don't know if the homeowners will come in here and look, which I'm sure they won't. I don't even know if the home inspector will come back, but I did take pictures, and that way I can put it on my invoice when I send it to them. You know, I could totally just not even do this, and they probably would never check, but definitely don't want to do that. You can do that 100 times, and they look once, and it'll really look bad on you. But anyway, just make sure you're doing a good job and take pictures to prove it in case somebody says you didn't do it. I also took pictures of that vapor barrier. All right, next on the list, you see all this? That's dryer lint. It's everywhere. And this is the dryer exhaust. And when I got in here, it was like that. So, and of course, the inspector got them on that, which was good. And I've got a hose clamp. I'm gonna stick that hose clamp on, tighten it up, and we'll check that one off the list. Alrighty, got that done. That took about, I don't know, 5 minutes, or not even that, 2 minutes, but got my hose clamp on there. It's all locked in. Won't come loose. Good to go, checked off. I have to look at my list, see what's next. All right, here's what I got now. Let me back up just a hair. This is the furnace, gas furnace under the house. The inspector told them that that line, which is, whoa, what that is, but that's a flexible gas line, runs up here to the shutoff. The inspector told him it needed to be a rigid, which of course is hard pipe from here until we got out, and then it could be flexed. I talked to a couple people. One person said that's the new code, is to have a rigid pipe coming out. Another inspector friend of mine told me that it's typically standard operating practice, and he would pass it, but some inspectors won't. So my situation is I can write them a note saying that it's standard operating practice to run it like that, and then in my opinion that it's okay, but I cannot say that it's code. I'm not HVAC licensed, and that, while I'm at it, I don't know that I can even change that line out, because again, I'm not gas certified. I don't want to get myself into trouble. So what I'm gonna do is take a picture and just say standard operating practices, that's okay, and if they decide they want to get it fixed, they're gonna have to get an HVAC licensed guy in here. All right, this is the hot water heater exhaust vent. The inspector says that this piece of wood is too close. It needs to be at least an inch, and it's just a little piece of a rafter. I'm thinking about just pulling the darn thing out, either that or take the saws off and cut it a couple times. And also he says back in here is too close, but I don't know what I can do with that, short of pulling the exhaust vent out and cutting that opening. But that's the roof, of course. I don't know. What I'm thinking is I'm gonna call that good, but this right here, I'm gonna get that. I mean, there's no burn marks or anything looks like on it. Yeah, I just don't know. That's kind of a head scratcher, but I know I'm gonna try to pull this bar or this little 12-inch piece of rafter out, and then move on. All right, that's it. I pulled that board out of there. Like I said, that's all I'm gonna do. I don't really know what I can do more than that. I mean, like I said, I really ain't got the room. Just so you can tell how much room's in here. I'm tight. So I mean, unless they want to pull that pipe out of there and cut a hole in the roof, I'm gonna call this good. I'll send them a picture, make sure they're good with it. But anyway, that's about it. All right, next up is these wires that are just strung out here everywhere. I think I got to get over there on that too now that I see it. The wire just not terminated good. But anyway, I'm just gonna put these in some junction boxes, mount them up, make it look better, make them happy. All right, I got these wires in a junction box, got these wires in a junction box. I got another one way down there, right there, I gotta go get. And I think I'm gonna be close to being done up here in the attic, but I'm just working my way through it. Okay, I meant to record or make a video of this before I started, but the repair said that it was leaking around the stem. The sink was leaking around the stem. I hadn't seen anything around that stem, but this spray nozzle was just running out. And I'll be honest, I don't know what I did to fix it. I should have showed this, but anyway, I took this part off, and there was a little piece of trash in there. I got that out, and then that allowed this lever to seal it off. Then it was leaking down here. I think I had the gasket put in wrong, but anyway, don't see any leaks now. So I've got this pack of seals I keep on my truck. I really just got them, got this and these springs, because I got a lot of leaking faucets around here. Now I'm just going to put some blue tape around here, and then get this caulked up. You can see little places where the caulk's not good. So anyway, that's a little trick. I hate to admit it that I didn't know long. I was watching the Handyman's videos and saw him put a piece of blue tape. And I was like, man, that's a great idea. It's simple, but great idea. Anyway, I'm gonna do that. Keep moving. I'm about to run out of time. This is what I was talking about with the blue tape. I probably should have put another piece up at the top, but I've already run this little tool across it. Now when I pull that tape up, it should leave a good edge. Let's see. Sorry. not great. I'm gonna have to hit it with my piece again, but at least most of the mess is coming up. So I'm gonna finish this up. I can't really do it one-handed, but I'm gonna keep going. Okay, I'm at the next leak. This is in the bathroom, master bath. If you'll look, I saw it earlier. There it is. See that? A little bit of a leak. That's what I gotta fix. I'm gonna take this Allen screw out, check out the seals and springs in there. All right, I got this fixed. Water was leaking right in here. I had this kit that I bought, and it was an extra gasket that I put in there. So that little, let me cut that off. 2 small pieces that I put in. Some of these did not fix it, so I bought this other kit and replace some things. I'm gonna put up a how-to video of how I did that. I've gotten some requests for how-to videos, so I'll put that up. But I'm gonna move right on to the next. I got another water leak in another bathroom. All right, got a drippy, leaky faucet here. I'm gonna work on that. I guess I'll make a quick how-to video on that too. But as for the little video series I'm doing right now, this is the next thing on the punch list. So I'm gonna take this off, cut the water off, take this off, and see what's inside of there to replace. All right, so that's about the extent of it. I know that the last video on that sink got cut short. It just kind of went away, but I was recording kind of 2 videos in one day there. One for this, actually 3. One for this, one for the pricing, and then one for the how-to on those sinks. But anyway, the whole reason I made this video is just kind of to put it out there that a lot of times this handyman stuff isn't exactly rocket science. It's just kind of tying up loose ends on a house that's being sold. So I guess really more or less, if you're interested in going into this line of work, it's just kind of to comfort you a little bit. So, you know, you don't have to know how to build a house or remodel a house or do really in-depth stuff. You will get some calls on doing that kind of stuff, and you know, I'm gradually taking on those type calls because my confidence is building. But anyway, it's just kind of to let you know you can do this. And a lot of these jobs aren't that bad. You can just, if you don't know how to do it, jump on YouTube, find a how-to video, and you can probably start doing it yourself, if nothing else. Like I said on one of my previous videos, kind of buddy up with some people that are professionals in this line of work, plumbers, electricians. You know, like I said, I've got a friend that's a home inspector. He can help me out with a lot of stuff. A good friend in the HVAC line of work helps me out a lot. Lawn and care, my father's electrician. Anyway, I don't have a background in this type of work, but I know where to get the answers. So I hope this video kind of puts you at ease if you're worried about going into this line of work. And I hope it was helpful. Maybe you can, I don't know, tell me what I could do better. If there's something you want me to video or make, let me know that too. I do have some people have been asking me about how-to videos, so I'm gonna try to start doing some more of that. I did some floor repairs yesterday, but sometimes it's kind of hard to do a real in-depth how-to video if the homeowner's kind of standing around or in the next room over. But that's it. There should be a subscribe button in the top left, top right. If you'd hit that, give me a subscription, give me a comment, thumbs up, and let me know how it's going. Thanks a lot, guys.